seconds remaining before we start the competition. I want to make sure that everybody's feeling energetic. So you just give me a big round of applause or a holler. You can hear me? Good stuff. Excellent. We want to get a lunch break. We're all feeling a little bit tired. But DJ Jazz is going to play some music throughout the competition. Wake us all up again for the evening. And we'll get ready for some more great action. So around 20 seconds to go before we start this session.
What do the judges say? Good lift. 2 white, 1 red for Estavio Sa. It'll be the same weight but a slightly higher bar. This time Rafael Squar of Ghana. Three years of age. He weighed in at 73.04 kilos, so miles under the weight limit. So if he does lift 90 kilos, I'll watch for the fact that his best part is 6.5 kilos lighter than Estavio Sa. He will move above him. A bit of air big and flowing in terms of first attempts, but the entry weight for Cameroon's Oscar Makube Musiba was originally 120 kilos. He's changed that to 166. Well, that's a massive difference, and that actually puts him 5th on the list of entry weights, so he could be starting halfway up Group A. Will he really set a target down and make those at the top of the shop have to lift big to get those medals? Is he the proverbial cat among the pigeons? Estavio Sa's confirmed he'll go for 90 kilos next. First before that, it's attempt number 1 for Ghana's Rafael Squar. 90 kilos on the bar. No lift. Too much movement in that lift, so Squar We'll have to come back in round 2 to register a score. So lift number 3, big step up here, 120 kilos. Just getting those feet secured. Nigeria have had immense success in this competition. This isn't going to be a lift that gets him a medal, but a very successful total nonetheless. And it's a good lift. So that moves him into first place. Idris Rilewanu. Rack height 12. He's in the juniors, so it's not going to be a senior medal. Could well be a junior though, because there are 3 Nigerians aiming for 2 medals because of the rule of 1. 78.02 kilos. Rilewanu is going to have to lift well, because if he's equal on weight, he weighs more than Musa Yusuf and Nasir Abubakar. But that's a good start for Rilewanu. Moves him to the top of the juniors. Now, Rahman Faihoun from Benin, 36 years of age, rack height 17, so long arms. And as you can see, he's quite thick around the back and chest, quite deep, so there won't be that much distance for the weights to cover. It's when you see the guys who are a little bit shallower around the chest, if they're 15, 16, 17 on the rack height, it means they've got to move the weight a long way, and there's a lot more margin for error. If you've got short arms and a deep chest, then there's less space for the weight to travel, and it's easier to get a good lift from the referees. The technique's got to be perfect. And any fluctuation, and it's trouble. So far, success at 90 kilos for Guinea-Bissau's Estavio Sarr. Raphael Squar failed at the same weight, and Idris Rilewanu moved to the top of the standings in the junior competition, not eligible for the senior. So he's put himself in a good place to win a medal there. But now Faihoun, attempt number 1 at 120 kilos, to put himself into the temporary lead in the senior competition. No lift, too much lateral movement. So far, 2 good lifts, 2 no lifts. Movement on the board, so Musa Yusuf still to come, Nasir Abubakar. And it will be Musa Yusuf up next, the second of the juniors to lift. And the second lightest in the category. So he's aiming for 120 kilos, the same as Idris Rilewanu lifted, opening the competition. But 76.81 kilos is what Yusuf weighs. 78.02 for Riliwanu. So this lift, Yusuf will leapfrog Riliwanu. Riliwanu has already confirmed he will attempt 130 in round 2. For the lead in the race for junior gold. Yusuf, 18 years of age, pushes out 120 and gets all 3 green lights. That is a big tick for Musa Yusuf. And he goes to the top of the tree. So Musa Yusuf from Idris Riliwanu. Nasir Abubakar still to come. And then Oscar Makube Musima, who's going to open with 166. Such a strange one, because if he'd have entered that for his first group total, he'd have been lifted in Group A. Had a little bit more recovery time. Alas, he's going to have to set his target from way down in Group B, move him into a false sense of security and all of that. So Nasir Abubakar, the biggest opening lift in round 1 of the juniors. Riliwanu and Yusuf already registered 120 kilos, so they're on the board. 73.15 kilos. So if they're all tied at the end, he will finish second. Big, strong 18-year-old turns 19 next month. Back height of 12. Slightly shorter limb than Musa Yusuf. As you can see, really thick around the back and chest, immense power in that upper body. And he's going to attempt 130 kilos. The junior African record, 144 kilos, set by Mohammed Hussein of Egypt in 2018, set that in Algiers. 53 seconds on the clock for Abubakar. Attempt number 1, the final lift of round 1 is men's 80 kilo Group B. 130 on the bar. No lift. Too much lateral movement, so he doesn't register a score. So it's Yusuf in junior gold, Riliwanu in junior silver, and Abubakar with it all to do. They'll all attempt 130 kilos in the second round. Oscar Makube Musima will end round 1 in the seniors. The juniors are done. The Cameroonian, 38 years of age, just underneath that 80 kilo weight limit, 79.22, rack height of 16. But again, look how broad he is round the back and chest. He will sit high on the bench. He will conclude round number 1. We've had successes from Estadio Sarr, Idris Riliwanu and Musa Yusuf. Failures for Rafael Squar, Rahman Fahun, Nasir Abubakar. But this would be the biggest lift of the lot. We've had 120 up, that is the biggest total. This, a massive 166 kilos, more than double his body weight. Oscar Makube Musima of Cameroon to take the lead. 30 seconds left on his clock. Watch out for the bar bend. Just a reminder that his initial entry weight was 120 kilos. This 166 in round one. The weight was no problem. What do the judges think of the technique? They like it. 2 whites, 1 red. And Makube Musima storms into the lead at the end of round one. And that'll make Group A take notice. Only 4 of the entry weights higher. Zanku in at 143, Raul in at 150, Taiwo in at 160. Could place as high as 4th or 5th here with that effort. Great start to the competition for him. How much more has he got in the tank? Rafael Square attempting 90 kilos for the second time. Attempt 2 for the Ghanaian. At 90 kilos, this would move him above Estavio Squat. The lightest man in Group B, 73.04 kilos. Nasir Abubakar, 73.15. Still no lift. The judges don't like that slight backward movement halfway through. Comes up off the chest well, then there's a little wobble and he arcs it back in before he gets to the top. And now he's got 1 lift left to avoid exiting the tournament with a 0. Estavio Sa, 95 kilos. Here's his second attempt after 90 kilos and success first time round. 32 years of age, celebrates his 33rd birthday in a couple of weeks as it stands. He'd like to go into that with something to celebrate. And what better than 3 green lights at a World Cup? Attempt number 2 for Estavio Sa. No lift. No lift for Sa. So success at 90, unsuccessful at 95. And now we start to think about the juniors again. The race for the medals really hotting up there. 2 of the 3 successful in round 1. They'll all be going for 130 kilos in round number 2. In Group B though, Oscar Makube Musima way out in front, 166 kilos. If you're new to the sport and you're watching at home, next time you go to the gym, put it this way, if you attempt to put twice your body weight on the bench, make sure you've got plenty of spotters around you. Rahman Faihoun is up next from Benin. He's sticking with 120 kilos. Didn't manage it first time round. Again, the weight wasn't a problem, just couldn't quite get the technique right. He's in that fetching pink lifting costume as well. Big fan of that, bit of flamboyance. Benin still waiting for their first medal of these games. Nigeria way out in front with those 7 golds, as we'd expect, especially at a home World Cup. They took home the most gold medals in Rio 2016. They'll be looking to repeat that in Tokyo 2020. A lot of lifting, a lot of qualifying to be done before then. Second attempt at 120. A more patient approach this time. And it pays off. It's a good lift for Faihoun. $120 on the board for him. And he moves into second place overall. Now the 3 juniors to come. Even if they lift 130 successfully, they will not dislodge Faihoun because they're not registered for the senior competition. The Nigerian Federation in particular have been quite clever. You can't register more than 2 lifters from one country for the senior event. So if they've got some talented juniors, they've put them in. Medals available for the juniors, get them the experience of lifting on the big stage. But don't take anything away from their top lifters. And the success they've had has been quite remarkable. 7 golds in the juniors to match their 7 golds in the seniors. Just 1 Egyptian and 1 Ghanaian have spoiled that record as Nasir Abubakar is the next to lift. 130 for his second attempt. Didn't manage it first time round. So at the moment, he doesn't have a score on the board. If he does succeed here, he'll move into the silver medal position after his round 2 lift. Musa Youssef and Idris Riliwanu still to come. interestingly, despite the weight discrepancy, Riliwanu has not changed his second round attempt. Will have to go bigger in round 3 if they all lift 130 in round 2. Clock's ticked just below a minute, 54, 53 seconds to go now. A little bit of messing around with those Velcro straps. But now the weights are up, all the reds. 130. Again, it's a strong push. He's explosive off the chest, and he's got a score on the board. His coach just behind me let out a yelp as he saw the result of that one. Abubakar moves into first place in the junior competition. He's the first to get 130 up. Yusuf and Rilewani are going to attempt the same weight next, so we are going to go into a de facto lift-off in round 3 if they all manage to get 130 away. So Idris Rilewanu will be the next to have a go at 130. Nasir Abubakar has just shown him how it's done. No lift for Rilewanu. One says yes, two say no. So he stays in third place. And he's going to need a huge effort and even more weight in round 3 if he's going to get on that podium. Idris Rilewanu. Musa Yusuf. $130 kilos for him. This would move him into second place. Well, he's already in second place, but this would give him a little bit of security. Idris Rilewanu has already put 132 on the board, knows what he needs to get a medal, knows it's going to have to be more than 130. Could quite conceivably still get gold, such as the level of competition. But Musa Yusuf, 130. Really does have long arms, and it's a no lift. So after the potential of everyone going into the final round tied, now we have a clear leader, Nasir Abubakar. After round 2 in the juniors, and Musa Yusuf in silver medal position. No bronze medal on offer. Oscar Makube Musima is going to aim for 169 kilos here. He is not playing games. Here he is, the big Cameroonian, chasing 169. Now Matteo Catini has got the 4th highest opening lift in Group A. They might well change those, but his is 167. Ikechukwu Obachikwu, he's the Nigerian who's aiming for 180. So if he can nail this, then get 170 something, it is not beyond the realms of possibility that he could medal here. We've not seen a medalist out of Group B just yet, but we have seen someone expected to finish in 8th out of 8th place yesterday go away with a medal. All it can do is put in your best performance, and if a couple of people underachieve, anything's possible. 169 kilos, lift 2 for Oscar Makube Musima, the runaway leader in Group B, looking to put a big dent in Group A. Oh, not this time. Not this time. The right arm and the left arm out of sync, and then in step the spotters. But he's pushing the limits, and you've got to respect that. That completes round 2. So Abubakar from Yusuf from Riliwani in the juniors. Makube Musima from Fahoun from Estavio in the seniors. Now Rafael Squar, we've all got to get behind him here, because no one wants to end on a 0, and no one wants to see anyone end on a 0. So he's got 90, in fact he's got 95 kilos on the bar. Not to be disheartened his failures thus far. Final attempt, final chance to get something on the board. $95 kilos for Ghanaian Squar in the final round. Well, to start the final round of Group B. 7 lifts before we move on to Group A. 5 more moments to compose. All strapped in and ready to go. The crowd, good numbers here. A lot of support among the athletes, competitors. Rafael Squar. 95 kilos up and down. Oh no, only one judge goes for it, so Rafael Squar unfortunately ends on 0. That is the first casualty of the men's up to 80s. It's not the first time it's happened this weekend. Well, Estavio Sa thoroughly enjoying the music down there, having a little jig before his name was announced. He passed on 90, failed on 95. Now he's going for 97 kilos. Estavio Sa, Guinea-Bissau. Ah, yes, look at this. If there's one way to get the crowd on your side in Nigeria, it's to show them you got moves. If there's another way, it's to shift big weights. 1 out of the 2 completed. Let's see if we can make it 100%. It's already shifted 90. There's 97 on the board. This won't affect his position. He's already guaranteed himself 3rd in Group B. But let's see if he can put 7 kilos on his total. 97 kilograms for Guinea-Bissau's Estavio Sa. Steady on the way down. Oh, no lift. No lift. Crowd are furious. They thought he deserved something. But he has registered a score. 90 kilos for Estavio Sa, Guinea-Bissau. Our first athlete from Guinea-Bissau to complete an event this week. And that'll be 3rd place in Group B for that man. Next is a return of the hot pink Rahman Faihoun from Benin. 130 kilos. Got 120 at the second time of asking, so we just see the replay there. Wasn't a huge amount wrong with that, but there doesn't have to be. Rahman Faihoun is next. So 130 kilos. He's already 2nd in Group B. This won't change anything. Not in terms of position, but obviously 130 kilos. Very healthy total. Then we enter into the race for the junior gold medal. Faihoun. Buzzer in the background signifies a minute remaining on the clock. Did that pause for a bit too long on the chest, or are the judges going to give him some white flags? No, 3 reds. The crowd started to get a bit impatient, just jeering the judges when they don't give the results, but it's all in good spirits. That one did spend too long on the chest. And Rahman Faihoun exits the competition with 120 kilos. That'll be enough for 2nd place in Group B. But I don't think it'll bother the leaders in Group A too much. Now to the juniors. Idris Rilewanu will be first to lift. 132 kilos he wants. If successful, Rilewanu will move into 1st place, pushing Abubakar into 2nd and Musa Yusuf into 3rd. But then Yusuf attempts 135, which would theoretically move Rilewanu into 2nd, then Abubakar into 3rd, and then Abubakar would attempt 140 to win the gold medal. Yusuf to take silver, and Rilewanu leaves empty-handed. This is a great competition, great format. But it's up to Idris Rilewanu. He needs to lift this, and it's still no guarantee of a medal, but if he fails, he definitely won't be on the podium. 132 kilos, Idris Riliwanu, to really make this a competition. Oh, that spent a long time on the chest. A lot of deliberation here from the judges. They're going to have to go to the flags and look to the ground and raise a right hand or a left hand. Oh, it's all left hand, red flags. So Idris Riliwanu will not medal in this junior competition. It started so well for him. He nailed 120 first time, but then failed on 130, failed on 132. So he will be the third place junior. No medal this time, just the gold and silver on offer. Musa Youssef and Nasir Abubakar still to come. Musa Youssef attempting 135. 135 will take him into first position. Then it's up to Nasir Abubakar as to whether or not he stays there. Musa Youssef. $135 on the bar, two big red plates and the white plate. Already guaranteed a junior silver medal. This will pile the pressure on Nasir Abubakar. Goes the weight. Long levers do make lifting harder, but huge strength in the chest, little adjustment on the way up. And it's a no lift as a result. So Musa Youssef, 120. Ended up tying on weights with Idris Riliwanu. But due to Youssef's lighter body weight, he will be leaving with a junior silver medal. And Nasir Abubakar, true to form, will leave with the junior gold. There was the little stall there, halfway up. And Nasir Abubakar lifted 130 in the end. In fact, all of the juniors ended up with what they expected to get on their opening lifts. Nasir Abubakar, already the junior champion. 140 kilos on the bar for him. Big boy weights. This is the penultimate lift of Group B before we move into Group A. Quite a narrow grip on the bar considering he's so broad-shouldered. Nasir Abubakar, 140 kilos, and pushes it up easily. Was it a little bit too quick? Yes, it was. But it won't matter. He's the junior champion. 130 kilos, the requisite amount men's up to 80. It is another junior gold medal for Nigeria, and their remarkable run continues. That is 8 junior golds now. And they've been victorious in every weight category, apart from the men's up to 59, where Ghana stole in. And then in the women's 61, where it was Egypt's turn. So, Oscar Makube Musima, the only lifter remaining in Group B. A very impressive 166 with lift number 1, failed on 169 with lift 2. And now wants to finish in style with 170, which could well end up being in the top 5. Makube Musima. Final attempt for him. As you can see, 1 minute 10 now remaining on the clock. It's a massive lead. He has dominated Group B, and as I said before, wants to send a statement out to Group A. Could well have been lifting in that elite group. I certainly think his total, particularly if it ends up at 170, belongs in that group as much as any. Last chance to dance for Makube Musima then. There's the push. Gets a cheer of approval from the crowd, but no dice, say the judges. So he finishes on a very respectable 166. That's enough to win Group B. Unfortunately for him, you don't get any medals for winning Group B. And the final standings in Group B then. Makube Musima 166 is provisionally first. Faihun Benin 122nd. And Sa of Guinea-Bissau, 90 kilos, is third. What we do know is the top 3 in the junior competition, because there are no juniors in Group A. Abubakar is the champion. Yusuf picks up silver. It's third for Riliwanu, but no bronze medal on offer. So Nigeria take first and second. And now we move into Group A. Seven lifters in total. Egypt, Brazil, Nigeria, Italy, Moldova, Ghana, all represented. The favourite, Mohamed El Fat. Don't think there are going to be any records in any danger here. European records 197 kilos. Matteo Catini's coming in at 167. So unless he's planning on going massive. Harrison Janku will be the first to go. 143 kilos, attempt number 1 for him. "37 years of age, the Ghanaian. Rack height 17. We do have some tall long limb competitors in this Group A. Rack height of 17 for Janku, 20 for Denis Raoul, the Moldovan, who lifts next. rack on the way back up there. That'll be no lift for Janku, but that's a good example for those of you new to the sport that it needs to be straight up and straight down. If you lift that close to the rack, it makes it easy for the judges to see, but it needs to be a straight transition, down then up again. There can't be any variation. The weights can't wobble. They can't go off axis. And in fact, that is the first rack clip we've seen in these championships. This is the penultimate weight category of the day. Well, the penultimate session of the day, because there are 2 weight categories in the final. Women's 73 and 79. That's due to start at 18:45 local time, so 17:45 GMT. But next, Denis Raoul, the Moldovan. 28 years of age. And his birthday on the 12th of January, so he's already celebrated it for 2020. Lucky him. Giant of a man, rack height 20. Body weight 78.72 kilos. It's 150 on the bar for him. So 2 big red plates, the 25 kilo ones. And then 2 green plates, they're 10 kilos aside. And then the small red plates as well. Small red plates, the 2.5s. Raoul extends those long levers and gets a good lift. 2 of the 3 judges happy enough. So that moves Raoul into 2nd place overall, because they're all still chasing Musima Makube on 166. So Denis Raoul has got a bit of lifting to do. He's going to overtake the Cameroonian in Group B. It's a good start from him. Matteo Catini, 167 kilos, is up next. So that's his attempt to take the lead overall. Currently on 166. Tolulope Taiwo of Nigeria will lift after the Italian. He's moved up from 160 to 170. They're obviously saying what Makube Musima's done. I feel as though it's a heavyweight day. Up steps Catini. 2 reds, 1 blue, and then the small green. Those greens. 3.5 on either side to add to the 20 that's the blue. 25 that's the red, 4 of those on there. And then of course the 20 kilo bar. For the overall lead in the competition then, 167 kilos for Matteo Catini. He's prompt on the way down. No lift. 1 yes, 2 no's. So our competition leader is still from Group B. Next is the first of 2 Nigerians in Group A, Tolulope Taiwo. 33 years of age, really flirting with that 80 kilo weight limit, 79.22 he weighed in at. Rack height 14. Again, if successful, he'll take the overall lead, but there are still 3 lifters to come, all with higher entry weights. Nigeria, Brazil and Egypt still to come by way of Obichukwu, Bento and El Elfat. First of all of this man, Tolulope Taiwo. Taiwo. 70 on the bar. Shorter rack height 15. It's a good lift. And we have a new leader. Doesn't look particularly enamored by it. Alas, he is number 1, Tolulope Taiwo. Still 3 lifters to come in round 1. And this is how he did it. Little pause on the chest, then up it comes. Full control from the Nigerian. Next up, his countryman and compatriot, Ikechukwu Obichukwu. 27 years of age. And he had his birthday this month, 74.3 kilos as well. So if it gets into a straight shootout, he is the lightest athlete in Group A, so he can settle for lifting the same weights as those around him and still come away with the gold medal. But he's attempting 180 here. Ailon Bento attempting 183, then Mohammed El Alfat in a class of his own going straight in at 211 kilos. But this for the lead in round 1, 180 kilos. Chukwu Obichukwu. Rack height 13. You can see there slightly shorter arms, relatively wide grip, deep in the chest. Oh, they like it. They like it a lot, so to the judges. Good lift, and the lead changes hands again. Obichukwu into the lead, Taiwo down to second. Makube Musima still just holding on to third. The 2 big lifters will both fancy qualification. Interesting to see a couple of Italians lifting here. As we see a replay on how the lead was taken. Interesting to see some Italians here because the World Cup goes to Manchester from the 20th of February, so not long for them to recover. Or maybe they can't make Manchester, which is why they've come here to Nigeria to register a score in that quest for Tokyo 2020. Ailton Benton de Souza. 183 on the bar. This would be enough to take the lead from Obuchukwu, who's not had it for long. This for the lead. It's a good lift. There was a bit of a delay there. And a sigh of relief there from the Brazilian. He moves into first place. And alas, we say goodbye to that brave performance from the Cameroonian Oscar Makube Musima. Lifted 166 kilos in Group B and stayed in the medal standings for quite some time in round one of Group A. But now he moves into fourth place overall. So with one lifter to come in Group A, it's Bento de Souza, Brazil, in first place, the Nigerian Obuchukwu in second, and his fellow countryman Taiwo in third. But the favourite, with a monster 211 on the board, Mohamed El Elfat. Huge smile on the face. He's been there, seen it, done it at all levels. Another of the Egyptian legends of the sport. Still some way to go before he's near that African record, though. That belongs to Metwali Matna, 232 kilos. That stood since 2014. He set that in Dubai. This tour is in Dubai a little bit later in the year as well. That really will be the last chance to get any points on the board. So Mohamed El Elfat of Egypt for the lead at the end of round one. The Egyptians more so than anybody else. Just looks so serene and relaxed. In full control of their lifts. There's 211 kilos, surely, to put the competition beyond anyone and all but guarantee himself a place in Tokyo. 211, going once, going twice, and sold! Oh wow! That is the biggest lift we've seen in any of the weight classifications in this competition so far. The men's at 280s always produces, and Mohamed El Elfat storms into the lead. So now it's Egypt from Brazil, from Nigeria. And Obuchukwu, now he's guaranteed himself a strong position. with 180. He's jumped straight to 200. He's not taking any chances. It's that silver medal. Bento de Souza is going for 189, so maybe he just wants to make sure the bronze is secure, because Taiwo is sticking on 177. So how much further is El Elfat going to push? Janku will kick us off in the second round with his second attempt at 143 kilos. Fairly high success rate there in round one. Only Katini and Janku unsuccessful. Here comes Janku again then. There's not a score on the board just yet. So the Ghanaian, Harrison Janku, rack height 17, 143 on the bar to get us underway in round two. Wouldn't it be great to see green lights all the way down? El Elfat's jumping in for 221, we're just receiving news of. Harrison Janku. Here we go. So patient on the way down. Now he starts to explode again. Was there some movement towards the judge? Yes, there was. Just that movement slightly backwards on the way up, so it arcs before reaching the top. So Harrison Janku has one lift remaining to register a score. And again, we're going to send him good vibes from wherever we're watching around the world. We don't want to see anyone leave this World Cup with a zero. Difficult to see from that angle, but he just pushes the weight away from his body, so it arcs over the eyes, then back to over the chin. Dennis Raoul. Very comfortable underneath 150 in round one. He's chucking another 5 kilos on that. Attempt number 2. Roll currently in 6th position. He'll remain in 6th position regardless. This looks a good lift though. It is. All 3 judges saying yes please, Dennis Raoul. Technically very, very good. Matteo Catini is next out of the traps then. 167 was his first attempt, and he's going to stick with 167. He briefly flirted with going a little bit higher than that, but he's brought it back down to 167. No medals for Italy so far. Donato Telesca briefly looked like he was going to get on the podium in the up to 72s, ended up finishing in 4th place with a successful lift of 177. In the end it was Mahmoud Attia who picked up bronze on that occasion with 193. But it's not just about getting medals, it's about qualifying for Tokyo. The top 8 from each weight classification at the end of the World Cup season will be in Tokyo, but there are more stipulations than that. There need to be a number from each of the continents. So in terms of Europeans, Matteo Catini looking to lay down the gauntlet here. Oh, he's got it this time. 2 say yes, 1 say no. Matteo Catini gets off the mark. 167 in the bag. That moves him up to 5th place overall. And now it's just Harrison Janku who needs to get a score. Tololupe Taiwo, Nigeria, next to go. 177 on the board for him, as Catini confirms that he's going to have a dig at 172 next time. Dennis Raoul here, 164. 148 is going to be Harrison Janku's 3rd attempt, so despite the 2 failures, he's going to go for 5 kilos more in the 3rd and final round. Taiwo Talulope perhaps resigned to the fact that he's not going to medal this time, just wants to get a good total on the board. 177, not enough for a medal, especially with the people in the medal positions. Well, they've gone massive in round 2. 189 for Bento de Souza, 200 for Obichukwu, 221 for El Elfat. So here's Taiwo. Good lift, 170 in round 1. Here's 177 in round 2. 3 big red plates and a small green one. Here he goes. It's going to be close. Good lift. He's got it. 177. All right. So 3 good lifts in a row. Raul Catini, then Taiwo. Taiwo stays in 4th place. Now Bento de Souza up next, currently in 2nd. Ikechukwu Obichukwu doesn't want him to stay there for long because he is smashing 200 on the bar. If they carry on at these rates, we might even see the big black plates, the 50 kilo plates. Don't get to see those very often. Elton Bento de Souza up next. Well, I wonder if Tololupe Taiwo will pop something massive on in round 3 just to try and topple Elton Bento de Souza off the podium. No, he's gone for 182. So Bento de Souza guaranteed at least a bronze medal. He's currently in the silver medal position. Well, I'm quite surprised at that from Taiwo. Particularly if Bento de Souza failed with this lift. So Taiwo would have to lift 184. Which might be a big ask, 7 kilos on his current total. So Bento de Souza to put it beyond any doubt. Essentially though, this lift isn't going to have an impact on anything. He's already in second place, and Obichukwu is going for 200, and then Alfat's out of sight, don't worry about him. So Bento de Souza, 189, 6 kilos on his current total. In terms of America's qualification, well, he's going to have to pay attention to this. Oh, this one isn't going up though. 189, too hot for Elton Bento de Souza, and no lift. He'll have another go at it though. We'll see the moment where it got difficult. He was in control on the way down. But then there you can see all the effort, all the torque going through his body. Brilliant job as always done by the spotters. They go through a lot of work, you know, just getting those weights on and off. And then being on hand requires a lot of concentration. Obviously this is at international level, but at every club competition, up and down countries around the world, couldn't have them without spotters. Ikechukwu Obichukwu, now with a chance to move into second place. Currently 3 kilos behind Ailton Bento de Souza. 180 plays 183, but 200 on the board here. When he gets on the bench, just look at the amount of weights. 3 big reds, 1 big green, 1 small red either side. Monster stuff. Again, for those of you doing it in Imperial, 440 pounds. Absolutely massive. And incredibly, the world record is another 40 kilos on top of that. Majid Farzin, the Iranian. Up it goes then. For the silver medal. Takes second place, right, the weight's up. Now a different kind of weight's on, but not for long. 3 white lights. Obichukwu goes from 180 to 200 and takes second place from Bento de Souza. Well, where's he going to go with his third and final lift? And if Mohamed El Alfad fails with this, then surely he's going to go for 212 and make El Alfad lift for the gold. So Bento de Souza will be the bronze medalist. A race for gold still just about on, although Mohamed El Alfad definitely has a head start. Very respectable potential 6th place though for Oscar Makube Musima, who hung on to that medal position for a little while. And he lifted 166. In fact, Dennis Raoul's third attempt is going to be 164, so it will be 6th place for him. In Group B, disrupting Group A. That's what we like to see. People reaching their potential. Now, Mohamed El Alfad. Just watch him compose himself here, completely at one. ...221 kilos. 3 big reds, 25 each. 1 big blue, 20. Small red. Small white. And the preparation's complete. 211 already on the board. 221. All here at the Abuja International Conference Centre, pretty much full. They'll all be behind him. And it's up. Oh, and it's all the way up now. What was the pace like? Oh, it's a no lift. One of the judges liked it. Oh, I hope you can hear the crowd reactions. The moment he took control of that weight, they were all behind him. They were screams of encouragement. And some of them thought he'd got it too. Alas, he will get the gold medal because the final attempt from Ikechukwu Obichukwu is going to be 207. So he doesn't... Oh no, he's gone up to 211. He has gone up to 211. The race is on. Well, at the very last opportunity, he has changed that. He knows he's got a medal in the bag already. At the moment, it's silver. Bento de Souza isn't going to put any pressure on them. He's happy with the bronze medal. He's going to attempt 189 again. So now Obuchukwu weighing 74.3 kilos. If he gets 211, then El Elfat has to lift 221 to win gold. This is proper competition and a load of pressure on Obuchukwu now. Remember, he started with 180 kilos and now he wants to lift 31 kilos more than that for the win. But let's give all our concentration to this man first. Harrison Janku, 148 on the bar. 2 attempts so far. Red lights on both of them. 143 they were. He's going all the way up. And we don't like to see zeros. So when it comes to the medals, completely impartial. But at this end of the table, I've got no shame in saying I really want the man to lift this. Come on, Harrison. Relative success for Ghana so far. 1 bronze medal in the seniors, 1 bronze medal in the juniors. And success means very different things for different athletes. And registering a score in a World Cup definitely looks like success. So here's Harrison Janku, 3rd and final lift, 148 kilos. Patient on the way down, that's as good as it looked, but maybe a bit twitchy in the left hand. Oh, it's no lift. 1 white, 2 red. And unfortunately for Janku, he leaves with a 0. Tough one for him, plenty to work on. He'll be able to watch that back, see what he needs to do to improve. 6 lifts to go. And the gold medal not yet decided. What has Ikechukwu Obichukwu got left in the tank? The partisan crowd here, well, they'll almost be trying to lift that weight for him. Raul Dennis will be the next man to go. Aiming for 3 consecutive good lifts. That's been a rarity in this championship. 150, yes. 155, yes. 164, let's see. Enters to the show must go on. What a track. Wow. The colours of the Moldovan flag on the bathroom as well. Not quite in the right order. Red, red, yellow, red, blue. As opposed to blue, yellow, red. Alas, 164 for a man who weighs 78.72. Not to be sniffed at. Big, strong lifter, technically very proficient. There's no margin for error in international powerlifting. A little bit more twitchy this time for Raul. Not happy with the straps. All the while the clock's ticking. 25 seconds to go. This is going to be quite close. 20 seconds to go. And the spotters stepping in to help here. Well, it's a real rush now. 7 seconds to go. Oh, and the weight's up. He's going to have a go at it here. Oh, he's giving it a good go. There were 2 seconds on at the end. But we're going to have to wait for the judges here. It's a no lift. Unlucky Dennis Raul. Couldn't quite go through his process. Managed to get the weight up, but unsuccessful. And so he ends on 155. That'll be 7th place overall for Dennis Raul. Couldn't quite get those straps right. Just a little pause, 2/3 of the way up. Matteo Catini will be the next to go then. 172 on the bar for him. Successful with lift number 2. Catini currently in 5th place. 172, he'll remain in 5th place but get 5 more valuable kilos on his total as he looks to qualify. For Tokyo 2020. It's going to be a big ask, so many around this weight. Good lift. Well, they're still waiting for the result. And he gets there in the end. Catini gets his moment. A little bit of confusion about the result there, but he finishes with 2 successful lifts. And 172 kilos on the board for Matteo Catini. Still 4 lifters to go. Tololope Taiwo then in 4th place. Now attempting 184 kilos. Maybe there's another twist in the tail here, because if he does get this 184, then that takes him provisionally into 3rd place. Elton Bento de Souza still has a lift to secure that bronze medal, but it won't be any more than a bronze medal for Elton Bento de Souza. Tololope Taiwo could still get himself on the podium, could still be 2 medals for Nigeria, could still be gold for Nigeria if the cards fall in Obichukwu's favour. So dream scenario here for the host nation, gold and bronze. Probable scenario, silver. Possible scenario, silver and bronze. But first, Tololope Taiwo needs to secure this 184 kilos to put him provisionally in the bronze medal position. It's a big heave. And it's a good lift. All right, now we're on. 3 successful lifts for Tololope Taiwo. He's jumped from 170 to 184. And if the competition ended now, he would leave with a bronze medal. He's been pretty stone-faced throughout, but a bit of a show of emotion there. Now the ball is in the court of the Brazilian, Elton Bento de Souza. He was in 2nd place after round 1, 3rd place after round 2. Now finds himself in 4th. Successful at 183, failed at 189. And this competition is alive, make no mistake. There are still some cards to be shuffled. So this lift for a bronze medal for Elton Bento de Souza. Great competition. Ikechukwu Obichukwu still to come. Then Mohamed El Elfat with 221 to guarantee himself gold. It's quite a simple equation here for the Brazilian. If he lifts it, he's on the podium. If he doesn't, he's not. It'll still be a total for him to take forward in the quest for points. The nearest World Cup round to him will be in Bogota in March. Remember, next we are in Manchester from the 20th of February. Wythenshawe Forum, great venue. There'll be live broadcast of that as well. And if you're in Manchester, buy some tickets, it'll be a great event. Elton Bento de Souza, 189 kilos for the bronze medal. Oh, it's sent up, the weight's up. The coach thinks he's done it. He has done it! Elton Bento de Souza rises to the occasion and guarantees himself the bronze medal, 189 kilos. Brave effort from Tololope Taiwo, but he falls 5 kilos short Well, that is the bronze medal decided. Just the small matter of the gold and silver to go. Brazil pick up their first bronze medal of the entire championship. They've got 1 gold and 2 silver, and now bronze to go with it. What a reaction as well. Emotion pouring out of Bento da Silva. Would have perhaps thought he could have left with silver today. Ended up coming under immense scrutiny in the quest for bronze, but he's got it. Congratulations, that man. Ikechukwu Obichukwu. 2 good lifts so far. 180, pretty conservative in round 1. 200 to stamp his authority on the silver medal in 2. Now the door is slightly ajar. Mohamed El Elfat lifted 211 kilos in round 1, failed on 221. He'll fancy himself to get it in round 3. But Obichukwu has the opportunity to make it a must lift for the Egyptian, who for all intents and purposes look out of sight. What a competition. Seven golds for Nigeria already, 6 silvers. Maybe 7 silvers, maybe 8 golds. We're a few seconds away from finding out. Here's Obichukwu. Oh, not this time, not this time. He will have to settle for silver. 200 kilos is the total. And it's another medal in the pot for Nigeria. 7 gold, 7 silvers, 6 bronzes. So Mohamed El Elfat will have a second bite at 221 kilos. Knowing full well he is the winner of the Abuja World Cup. Mohamed El Elfat. The final lift of the competition. It's been a great competition as well, highly entertaining. Again, looking like he's got all the time in the world as the clock ticks down to 1 minute 1 minute 30 seconds, 90 seconds in total. Sorry everyone, forgot temporarily how minutes work there. But Mohamed El Elfat again, even knowing the result, knowing he has another gold medal for the total, still goes through his process. As impressive as ever. At 221 kilos, he's already won this competition by 20. (22) ahead, can he make it 32? Waits with him. Here comes the push, it's not going to be today. So 2 failures on 221, but 211. Another monster total and another fantastic performance from one of Egypt's finest. Mohamed El Elfat wins Egypt's 3rd gold of this World Cup. 211 kilos in the first round, enough to do so. So gold for El Elfat. Bento da Souza picks up bronze. Obichukwu of Nigeria picks up silver. Then in the juniors, gold and silver both to Nigeria. Abubakar and Yusuf Rilewanu unlucky to miss out. So we will leave you with the results, the official results. And don't forget to follow World Para Powerlifting on social media for all of the live updates, not just of this competition, but beyond this. The official result then, Bento da Silva, 189 kilos for bronze, Obachukwu, 200 kilos for silver, and El Elfat, 211 kilos for the win. Taiwo, unlucky to miss out. They will be receiving their medals shortly, and we'll be back at 18:45 local time, so in 35 minutes, 17:45 GMT, for the final session of the day. The women's 73s and 79s. Join us then. Of the day, the start list then for the two women's categories running side by side, the up to 73s and the up to 79s. Just the one junior, Olarunwa Oluwasola of Nigeria. She is going to have to reach the benchmark with her lift to win the gold medal. 3 involved in the women's up to 79s. Larissa Marinenkova of Moldova, Joyce Wumbai Njuguna of Kenya, and Eliona Faladun of Nigeria. And then a further 5 involved in the seniors for the up to 73s as well. So 3 gold medals in total up for grabs. And we will be getting underway very, very shortly with our first lifter, the junior, Olarunwa Oluwasola. She's going to be attempting 55 kilos. Turns 19 next month, so at 18 years of age, by far the youngest in the category. Oluwasola, the first to lift. Weighed in today at 70.91 kilos. She's going to be attempting 55. The first woman to lift today, in fact. 6 of the women's categories completed. We've got the heavyweights tomorrow. They're the ones who'll shift the big tin. So women's up to 73s. Her minimum requirement is 55 kilos, so if she nails this lift, she will be the gold medal winner. So when there's only one competitor in any category, they need to reach a minimum requirement to secure gold. And will this be the lift that secures another gold medal for Nigeria? Yes, it is! Good lift! All of the judges agree. That is 55 kilos on the board. And another junior gold medal for Nigeria. Oh, that was quick, wasn't it? Next on the bench then, Larissa Marinenkova. She is in the women's up to 79s, just the 3 of them in the competition, so the rule of 1 states only 2 medals up for grabs. Her opening lift, 85 kilos. Joyce Njuguna and Eniola Faladin still to come. They've got bigger opening lifts, so important. But Marinenkova gets off to a good start. Yes, she does. 2 yes, 1 no, and Marinenkova moves to first place in the up to 79s. Well, 2 lifts, 2 green lights so far. Great to see some early success. Joyce Njuguna next up, representing Kenya. They've got 1 gold medal so far. Early success on day 1. Gold medal coming in the women's lightweights, the 41 kilos. In fact, it was the first gold medal of the championship. Nigeria only managing bronze. Since then, though, the host nation have been pretty much untouchable. So can Joyce Njuguna get back on the podium for the Kenyans and earn their 2nd medal of the Abuja 2020 Powerlifting World Cup? One minute left on the clock for Njuguna. Attempt 1. 95 kilos. Good lift, here we go. We're on a hot streak early on. 3 lifters, 3 successes. Joyce Njuguna goes to the top of the tree in the 79s, pushing Marinenkova down into 2nd place. Next up, some home country representation. Eniona Falodun. An opening lift of 100 kilos for her. Put her provisionally into 1st place after the early successes of Njuguna and Marinenkova. The Moldovan and the Kenyan currently occupying the first 2 spots. Remember, medals only available for 1st and 2nd place in the up to 79s because of that -1 rule. So a 1st attempt to go into top spot. Junior gold already decided. 2 more gold medals up for grabs, 1 in the up to 73s, 1 in the up to 79s. Eniola Falodun to put herself in pole position in the 79s. What do the judges make of that? They like it very much. Falodun goes to the top. That is the first 100 kilo lift of this competition. So Njuguna is provisionally gonna, Njuguna should I say, is provisionally gonna move up to 98. Marinenkova to 89. So Falodun on top spot, but she'll be there till at least round 2. Is this going to be another gold medal for the host nation? What would be their 8th overall? Now we dip back into the up to 73s. And back to Nigeria, Virginia Azu. 71.22 kilos, rack height 12, 105 on the bar. We're 4 from 4 in round 1 so far. Very positive start. So the first lift in the senior competition of the up to 73 kilos, Virginia Azu. 30 years old, the heaviest of the competitors in the up to 73s, so if she's going to win a medal, she's going to have to win it with weight outright. Very confident lift. 105 and a good lift. Look at this, 5 in a row. Great standard. Local time 7:10. Competition started this morning, so they've had quite a long wait for their moment. Replay of that one as Virginia Azu registers the first lift in the women's up to 73 kilos competition. Next we go to Egypt, Amal Mahmoud. There's been a little bit of movement in terms of the opening lifts. Paulina Okbala, she originally had 110 down, she's shifted that to 126. Great welcome for Amal Mahmoud. Egypt relatively successful in the championship so far. They sit second in the medal table. 3 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze. Mahmoud. To make it 6 good lifts in a row. 118 on the bar. This will move her into first place in the up to 73s. And under the weight as well. 69.63 she weighed in at this morning. A small range of movement. And a good lift. The hot streak continues. What about this? Great way to finish the day. Everyone green-lit so far. And Amal Mahmoud moves to the top of the tree. Well, 3 lifters to come then. We've got Brazil, Nigeria. Now Mariana DeAndrea might put a spanner in the works of a Nigeria 1, 2, 3. She's looking to open with 124 kilos. Paulina Okpala with 126. And then Kafila Al-Maroof, 127. This could be a real race for gold. The road to Tokyo is well and truly on. Remember, it's not just about World Cup golds, it's about qualifying for Tokyo. This is where you do it. You register a big score in a World Cup, and you put your name on the list. And following this, we go to Manchester and beyond. Bogota, United Arab Emirates, Thailand. All venues where the World Cups visit. leading 8. And within the specification, remember we need representation from all the continents. There are limits to nationalities. And they're doing some running repairs or some adjustments to the bench here, because Mariana D'Andrea is a lifter of short stature. So because she's so strong, so muscular around the back and the chest, and with those shorter levers, those shorter arms from the shoulders, her rack height is only 2. And the judges need to be super vigilant here as well, because we've had lifters today with the rack heights of 19 and 20. Long arms, a long way for the weight to be pushed, and time for them to take a really good look at it and make their decision. But here with Mariana D'Andrea, it's over so quickly, they've got to be so vigilant. And you'll see for yourself, 124 kilos on the bar to take the lead from Mahmoud, the Brazilian. 1 gold, 2 silvers, 1 bronze so far for Brazil. And there we go. A short push. Looks good, is good, and D'Andrea goes into first place. And are we going to see all green lights in round 1? That's been a rarity. Paulina Okpola up next then. 126 kilos. Originally she put 110 down, but obviously feeling strong today. Currently the lead, 124. We just saw it, Mariana D'Andrea. .08 kilos. Again, she's towards the top end of the weight limit compared to those around her. So Al Maroof 69.96, Okpala 71.08, D'Andrea 69.47. So she's going to have that on her mind. She's going to have to lift big to get to the top of that podium. And this 126 will take her into first place. 7 green lights so far from 7 lifters in this final category of the day. We already have a junior champion. Nigeria in provisional gold medal position in the 79s. At the moment, first place in the 73s is with Brazil. Can Paulina Okpala put paid to that in round 1? First attempt for her, 126 kilos. It's a confident lift. It's a good lift. It's a new lead. All right, Nigeria go to the top. Okpala from D'Andrea from Mahmoud. Nigeria from Brazil from Egypt, with 1 lifter to come in round 1. Are we going to see a full set of good lifts? Khalifa Al Maroof up next. She wants to lift 127 kilos to take the lead by just 1. So the first attempt, Khalifa Al Maroof, to complete a full set in round 1. The final lift, then we'll go back to the start for round 2. Oliver Solo will attempt 65 after a successful 55. But before that, Khalifa Al Maroof clambers aboard the bench. This for the lead at the end of round 127 kilos. Oh, no lift. That is the first failure. And 126 kilos will lead going into round 2, and Khalifa Al Maroof will not have a score on the board. How will that affect her decision with what to lift in round 2? DeAndrea already playing the game, knows she's half a kilo lighter than Al Maroof, so she's already allotted to lift 127 in round 2. It'll be 132 for Okpola and 127 for Mahmoud. I do apologise, 122 for Mahmoud. So she is gambling on Al Maroof failing again. She's going to pick up a medal. Azu is currently in 4th place, and she'll go down to 5th place if Al Maroof is successful. But we go back to the start. Olawuso, the junior champion in waiting. She'll attempt 65. And interestingly, Al Maroof has already decided to move up to 130. Obviously confident under the weight. Olarunwa Oluwasola, 65 kilos. Oh, no lift. So she got us off to a great start in round 1. Let's hope she doesn't start the dominoes tumbling in round 2 with that failure at 65. Oluwasola. 2 lifts down for her. Next we return to the women's 79s. Larisa Marinenkova only going for 89 kilos here, so that won't affect the lead. Perhaps resigned to the fact that she's not quite able to get on the same level as these Nigerians. However, if she does lift 89 here and Njuguna fails on 98, then she could lift 95 in round 3 to draw level with Njuguna, but go ahead as she weighs less. So not quite over yet. Marinenkova will turn 50 next month. Still lifting at World Cups for Moldova. Great commitment from her. Here's the attempt. It's a good attempt at it, but not good enough. So 2 red lights in round 2. And Marenenkova remains in 3rd place. She'll have 1 more attempt at it, but a medal perhaps slightly beyond her grasp today. Kenya and Nigeria still to come in this women's up to 79s. Joyce Njuguna and Eniola Falodun to come. Njuguna will be the next on the platform. .98 kilos, looking to add 3 kilos to her 95 kilo success in round 1. She currently sits in 2nd place. 98 kilos will keep her in 2nd place. The 2 medals on offer in the women's up to 79s. Marenenkova needs a big lift if she's going to get anywhere near, but she has said she's going to go for 92 kilos in round 3. So it will not be a medal for Marenenkova today. Will there be any change in the order? Or will Njuguna settle for silver? Kenya's 2nd medal. Joyce Njuguna. A bit of a push up there and a change of pace. So that is no lift. Well, well. Got a little bit giddy with the success in round 1. No one has managed to register a score as of yet in heat number 2. Eniola Falodun to increase her lead up next then. 100 kilos, good enough for 1st place at the moment. 110 will surely put it beyond any doubt. Oluwasola has confirmed that she's going to attempt 65 again in her 3rd and final attempt. Falodun. .110 kilos on the bar. Big red plate, big yellow plate, little red plate. This to increase the lead. Oh, again, as smooth as you like. 3 white lights. Falodun has 1 hand on the gold medal. And that is the first tick of round 2. Virginia Azu then back into the 73s, so we can update you with the standings in the 79s. Faladun gold and Jaguna silver after round 2. Marinenkova, well, she's not even going to attempt to lift the weight that would get her the bronze medal. She's going to go for 92 kilos in the final round. And Jaguna is going to go for 100, so that is a confirmed result. 115 will be the final lift for Faladun, trying to win it in style. But that is another gold medal for Nigeria. What's been another fantastic day for them. They'll go into day 3 miles clear at the top of the medal ceremony, or the medal table, should I say. Virginia Azu, 118 on the bar. Currently in 4th place. She will remain in 4th place if this is a successful lift, by virtue of the fact that she weighs more than Mahmoud. First things first though, she's got to land it. And she does, 2-1. Virginia Azu goes 2 from 2. Gives herself a chance. But if Mahmoud lands 122, maybe it might be a bridge too far. We're still waiting to see if Kafila Al Maroof, the favourite, can lift 130 as well. Paulina Okpala will lift last in this round of 2. She went 126, which has currently got her in 1st place, and she's got 132 in the 2nd round, so she's leaving it all down to Al Maroof, who stepped up to 130 without getting a score on the board. You've got to admire that kind of energy. Amal Mahmoud next to lift, currently in the bronze medal position, successful on 118. Virginia Azu has elected to lift 121 with her final lift. Might give her a chance of a medal, provided Amal Mahmoud is unsuccessful with this attempt at 122. Can she make it 2 from 2? 122 would just take it away from Azu, who surely would have to go bigger. There's 121 on the board for her at the moment for round 3. That's a good few minutes away. She's not going to want to leave this venue thinking, what if? Good lift for Mahmoud. 122 kilos. She is 2 out of 2. And now Azu has a decision to make. There's 121 on the board. Surely that is going to have to change. Otherwise, she's resigned to the fact she's not winning a medal. Mahmoud takes a step closer to the podium. Next up, Mariana de Andrea, the Brazilian, currently in 2nd place, 127 kilos. Will temporarily at least take her into 1st place with Paulina Okpala and Khalifa Al Maroof still to lift in round 2. Al Maroof without a score on the board. So de Andrea resets the wrist straps. And with the bar waiting for her on rack height 2, 127 kilos is her target. She would leapfrog Paulina Okpala, who lifted 126 in round number 1. DeAndrea for the lead. Short range of movement. Is it good enough? Not this time. No lift for DeAndrea, so no change at the top. She stays in second place. Next up, Khalifa Al-Maroof. If she's successful with 130, that'll push DeAndrea down into third place. Amal Mahmoud confirming that she will lift or attempt to lift 127 kilos. In round 3, it will be 121 for Azu. Going to push on, just looking for self-betterment as opposed to metal weight. And there is Khalifa Al-Maroof. (127 kilos), unsuccessful with that. 25 years of age, Al-Maroof. Reason why she can't keep getting stronger. She's going for 130, the world record 150. Might seem a long way away, but at 25 years of age, no reason why she can't continue to get stronger. Attempt number 2 then for Khalifa Al-Maroof. 130 kilos on the bar. Now is the left stretched a little slower than the right? Yes, it has. Well, lift number 3 will be a pressure cooker for Khalifa Al-Maroof. It is going to be medal or bust for the Nigerian. DeAndrea is going to go for 132 for her final lift. She is marginally lighter than Amal Mahmoud and a lot lighter than Paulina Okpala, so all she'd have to do is equal Okpala, and she would be leaving with the medal higher. She's of course relying on Okpala to lift this and fail with her final lift. Alas, these are the calculated gambles that you take. And just like that, Al-Maroof has decided that she is also lifting 132. Oh, this final round is shaping up beautifully. But first of all, the final lift of round 2, Paulina Okpala, the Nigerian, the current leader in the women's up to 73s. Success on 126, 132, and an extension at the top awaits. At the moment, there's 2 kilograms between each of the medals. 126 for gold, 124 for silver, 122 for bronze. Nigeria, Brazil, Egypt. This lift won't change the placings, but it could change the picture going into round number 3. Paulina Okpala, the last lift of round 2. 132 kilograms to extend the lead. She extends the lead. 2 judges say yes. And that is 132 kilos in the bag for Paulina Okpala. 2 lifts, 2 successes for the leader in the up to 73s. Surely now she is favourite going into the final round. Regardless of what happens, she will have a lift to win gold. So let's double check the weights and let you know where we are. Deandria 69.47, Al Maroof 69.96, Okpala 71.08. So if all of them end on 132, Deandria will be the champion, Al Maroof silver, Okpala bronze. So what Okpala has done is guaranteed herself a bronze medal, and she's just put an extra kilo on, 133. She will attempt to lift. Safety first. But first, it is time for the junior champion to lift for the final time. 55 kilos, success with her first attempt, was unlucky with 65 at the second. She's going to attempt 65 again in front of the home fans here at the Abuja International Conference Centre. Olarunwa Oluwasola. For the final time today, to begin the final round today. She started with success in round 1, where we had 8 successes, 1 failure. It was 4 successes, 5 failures in round 2. How will Oluwasola get us off and going in round 3? It's a good lift and a great start. And the women's 73 kilo gold medalist finishes with 65 kilos, 10 kilos above the minimum requirement. And she picks up Nigeria's 9th junior gold of this World Cup. Larissa Marinenkova, she's going to finish 3rd in the women's up to 79s, which will be looking to finish with a flourish. 85 kilos. That's what she started with. 89 she was a bit unlucky with, and then 92 kilos is what she wants to finish with. Rack height 17, so quite long limbs. 92 kilos, big red plate, white plate, small red, small green. The Moldovians' last lift of the women's 79 kilo competition. John Sheard, the lead referee, waits with his instructions. The way he's got his hand, it's like he's going to anoint her. No lift for Marinenkova. So she finishes with 85 kilos and 3rd place in the women's up to 79s. Unfortunately for her, there's no bronze medal on offer. Just silver and gold. And they're already decided as well. Silver's going to Kenya. Eniola Faladun of Nigeria is going to pick up another gold medal in the women's up to 79s. How much is she going to do it by? At the moment, it's 110 kilos for the win, 95 kilos for second place, and looking to break that 100 kilo barrier is Joyce Njuguna of Kenya. Her final lift of the competition. 7 lifts remaining in the day. Joyce Njuguna. This will be Kenya's second medal overall. To go with the gold they won on day 1 in the women's 41 kilos competition. Njuguna then. 100 kilos on the bar. It's a big push that the spotter's going to have to step in. Well, not quite. She gets the weight up. No lift awarded. Too much of a struggle. But again, she'll take confidence from that. She'll know that the weight is within her grasp. The spotters didn't have to rack it for her. And she wins the silver medal with 95 kilos. A good return for Njuguna and Kenya. Their second medal of the championships. It'll be a silver around Joyce Njuguna's neck. Eniola Faladun already knows she's the champion. Already knows she's got 110 kilos on the board, but 115 kilograms is what she wants. Big red plate, big blue plate on either side. Strapped in by the coaches. Time for us to strap in. We're watching a World Cup champion lifting for glory. Up it goes. Great shouts of encouragement from the crowd, and Faladun finishes with 1:15. Puts her hands together and releases a cloud of chalk dust. And she will have a gold medal hung around her neck to close proceedings. It's another gold for Nigeria. And what a finish as well. 115 kilos, a very competitive total in her quest to get to Tokyo. Eniola Faladun is the up to 79 kilos champion. Now 5 lifts to go, 4 of them with potential medal implications. Paulina Okpala, Amal Mahmoud, Virginia Azu, Mariana D'Andrea and Kafila Al-Maroof, all to come. 123 kilos on the bar for Virginia Azu. At the moment, Amal Mahmoud is in the bronze medal position with 122 on the board. She's going to lift 125 next time, but Azu is going for 123 here. She needs success to give herself a chance of the bronze medal. It's a slim chance because Mahmoud will lift to beat her, and Al Maroof is going to lift, they're going to attempt to lift 132, and she's not yet registered a score. But Virginia Azu is giving herself a shot at glory. Success on 105, success on 118, now 123, adding a huge 18 kilos to her opening weight. And if she manages to lift this, it's 3 green lights, regardless of whether she ends up with a medal around her neck or not. That's a huge achievement. 123 for Azu. Here comes the push. It's a big struggle. The weight's going to go up. That'll be red lights. And Azu gets the weight up, but not within the rules. And she finishes on 118 kilos, which will be enough for at least 4th place, maybe 5th place. Or at least 5th, maybe 4th, should I say. Depending on whether Kafila Al Maroof can get some success from the 132 kilos she's going to attempt to lift. Here's the replay. It was all a bit of a struggle, bit of a wrestle with it. No fluid movement. And it's 118 kilos and temporary 4th place. Now we go to Egypt. Amal Mahmoud. This is where it starts to get interesting. She's currently in the bronze medal position. She's attempting to lift 125 kilos. That'll move her into 3rd position. Mariana D'Andrea currently there on 124 kilos, although she's going to attempt 132. So Mahmoud currently in 3rd place, aiming to put herself into 2nd with 3 lifters to go. Still the chance that she could leave with no medal at all. She cannot leave as champion, but she could leave as either silver medalist or bronze medalist. First things first, she needs to get this weight up, 125 kilos. She's already made light work of 118 and 122. Amal Mahmoud, 125 kilos. Her final lift. The go. Going to be close. Oh, it's a good lift. It's a good lift. A lift that changes the complexion of the entire competition. Mahmoud has 125 kilos and moves into 2nd place with 3 lifters to go. Now, if D'Andrea bombs out, then Mahmoud is guaranteed at least a bronze medal with 2 lifters to go. Every lift now has massive implications. By virtue of 2 successful lifts, Paulina Okpala has guaranteed herself a medal. It's going to be at least bronze for Okpala. She's currently in 1st place. 2 lifters other than her to go. So she's going to definitely get bronze, but she's going to have a lift for gold. D'Andrea is attempting 132. 132 will take her into the lead, and then will guarantee her at least a bronze medal. And then Amal Mahmoud is hanging on. And then finally, well, it'll be the penultimate lift. Kafila Al Maroof, 2 failures, but she's gone up in weight to keep herself competitive. Is going to try and lift 132. First things first, Mariana D'Andrea 132 kilos. If she lifts this, she goes into top spot and guarantees herself a medal. If she fails, Mahmoud is guaranteed the bronze. Stakes are high. It's the closest competition we've had so far. These type of moments are why we love powerlifting. What a sport. Mariana D'Andrea of Brazil. Here's the lift. It looked right hand heavy to me. The judges say no lift. So D'Andrea in third place. Now she is hoping for a failure from Al Maroof, or it'll be fourth place for the Brazilian. So now Amal Mahmoud is guaranteed the bronze medal, at least. And Paulina Okpala is guaranteed at least the silver. If the competition were to end now, it would be Okpala gold, Mahmoud silver, D'Andrea bronze. But Kafila Al Maroof, perhaps the favourite going into this women's up to 73. She had the highest original lift, failed on 127, failed on 130. Now she has one chance to put that right. 132 kilos, which would put her into first place. And mean that Paulina Okpala would have to lift 134 kilos for the victory. Incredible that she only had to put 133 on the bar, but she's going to go for 134 anyway. More about that later. First of all, Kafila Al Maroof. It is literally all or nothing. If she's successful here, then Brazilian Mariana D'Andrea is out of the medals. Mahmoud is pushed down to bronze. And Okpala has to lift for gold. If she doesn't lift it, she leaves empty-handed. And the podium is already decided. Kafila Al Maroof for a medal here in Abuja. 132 kilos for her first success. Now the weight's up, but was there lateral movement? It's a no lift. Oh, a disappointing day at the office for Kafila Al Maroof. She lives with a 0. And it will be gold for Nigeria. Paulina Okpala will be the champion. And it is treble gold in this category for Nigeria. Junior gold in the up to 73s, gold in the 79s, and gold in the senior 73s as well. Mariana D'Andrea, well, her opening round 124 is enough for the bronze medal, and it'll be silver for Mahmoud. 3 green lights for the Egyptian as well. 118, 122, 125. Incredibly consistent lifting. And she will be rewarded with the final silver medal of day 2. But here's your champion, Paulina Okpala. Massive statement early on. We thought she was going to open with 110. Decided, forget that. It's 126 for me. Then 132, which is the lift that got her the gold medal. And now she's going for 134 kilograms. And the rest of the powerlifting world will have to take notice, because as we move to Manchester, Paulina Okpala will be in top spot when it comes to those qualifiers. Looking to get to Tokyo in the 73 kilo classification. But Okpala to win it in style. The gold medal already hers, 134 kilograms in front of a home crowd here in Abuja. There's the push. What do the judges say about this one? It's a no lift. 1 says yes, 2 say no. So So the only medal contender with a pass in the final round, Amal Mahmoud. But that will not dampen the spirit of the champion. Paulina Akpala takes the women's 73s. Amal Mahmoud, the silver. Ariana DeAndrea takes the bronze in the 79s. Again, it's Nigerian gold. Eniola Falodun, Joyce Unjaguna, Kenya picking up silver. And there was no bronze on offer for Larissa Marinenkova, despite finishing third. And then that gold medal to Olarunwa Olawasola of Nigeria in the junior up to 73s. And that concludes our coverage today. Thank you very much for joining us. We will leave you with the results, and we will be back tomorrow for the final day of this first World Cup of the year, Abuja 2020 Powerlifting World Cup. What a great day's lifting today. But still, 3 categories tomorrow. We'll be live from 11 AM local time. That's 10 AM GMT. We hope that you can join us then. If not, make sure you follow World Powerlifting on all of the social media. They've got some great content being released at all times, Twitter, Instagram, for all the latest news on this World Cup and the World Cups going forward to Tokyo 2020. So here's confirmation of the final results of today. I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow morning. Until then, goodbye.
I